Hello, my friends, and welcome to Yoga by the Moon. My name is Michelle, and I'm here to guide you through a new moon practice for the new moon for March 18th of 2026. New moons are all about new beginnings and new endeavors and new opportunities and new unfoldings in life's pathway for us. All newness, just like it sounds like it's going to be. It's all new. This particular new moon is in the sign of Pisces, and we are closing out Pisces season. So we have very, very intense Pisces energy in this new moon. And Pisces is very deeply spiritually connected, very intuitive, very introspective, very feeling, very emotional sign. It's a water sign, and so you get the waves of emotion, as that phrase goes, that turn of phrase. So we are deeply connected to ourselves. It allows us to really tune in and find out what is in alignment with who we are today, so that we can move down this new path in alignment with ourselves and in our trueness and our deeper spiritual nature. Pisces is also very creative, very innovative. So this gives us a very open mind and open heart as we endeavor in the new to come, everything that is arriving for us in this new lunar season. Also, we get to be very connected socially, because Pisces is also a very social, connected sign. And so we use our community also to help us on our journeys and to help each other on our journeys, because that's what life is all about, right? Like just trying to make life a little easier for ourselves and maybe for others, and maybe little bits of ourselves along the way. Isn't that what love is? Anyway, that's how I see that. And Pisces, probably the most dominant quality of Pisces is the fact that it is known as the dreamer. Pisces has big dreams, big ambitions in terms of just dreaming big imagination, high hopes for themselves and others around them. And so we can use the newness of the new moon and this whole new opportunities, new pathways, to really allow our dreams to unfold before us. We can really bring our dreams into reality with a Pisces new moon. And so I think it's a beautiful and perfect time to do that. So I hope you'll join me with some new stuff that you've never tried before in yoga, or things maybe you haven't put together in this way before. We have a unique little practice that's going to kind of help us tune in spiritually, help us connect, help us be creative, and help us open ourselves up for everything to come with this new moon. So join me on the mat, and we're going to begin seated on our knees in hero pose. So you're going to come on your shins and sit back on your heels. If this is very uncomfortable for your quads or your knees, you are welcome to put a block under your seat, or a pillow, or a couple of blocks, a couple of pillows to elevate that for you and take some pressure off the quads or the knees. Or you're welcome to just come to a comfortable seat altogether. For me, this is perfectly comfortable, so I always just sit back on my heels. This is very, very comfortable for me. But if it's not comfortable for you, find a way that it will be. And we'll begin with our breath work. We're going to do something that is called tidal breathing. And tides are water, right? Things ebb and flow with the tides. Everything is water, just like our breath ebbs and flows. And the tide does. We are connected that way, right? So tidal breathing kind of brings to mind that idea of water. And Pisces is a water sign, as I mentioned before, so that really tunes in there. And this tidal breathing helps us focus inward, tune inward, and really connect to our deeper spiritual selves. And it opens the creative pathways in our minds as well. It's very calming breath, very gentle breath. And we're really bringing in a lot of Pisces elements into the breathing. And when we do all these things, we really create space for this newness that comes with this new moon. So I think it's a very apt breath work to do for this particular new moon. And it's a very simple breath. We're going to have one hand on our belly, one hand on your heart. If that doesn't feel right for you, you can keep both hands on your belly, maybe both hands on your heart, or just in your lap. But if this feels right for you, so you can really connect to your breath and connect to yourself as you do so, please join me with one hand on heart, one hand on belly. And we're going to inhale deeply through the nose for a 4 count, and then exhale fully through the mouth for a 6 count. And we're going to repeat that a few times. So we're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale, 3, 4, exhale mouth, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale, nose, 3, 4. Exhale fully from the mouth, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now keep your hands wherever is comfortable for you for the moment. Just notice how you feel. Arrive in this moment if you didn't feel like you did so before. If you were busy focusing on yourself instead of just being before, just take a moment to be. On an inhale, we're going to raise our right arm up to the sky. Exhale, cross the body and take your hand to the outer part of your left thigh. Swim that left hand behind you, propping yourself up on your fingertips as a little tent, and turn to look over at that left shoulder. In the gentle seated twist. With every exhale, imagine that you're wringing yourself out just a little bit more. One more breath in. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, left arm comes to the outer right part of your thigh, right thigh. Right arm swims behind, propping yourself up, and turn to look over your right shoulder. Seated twist in the other direction. Once again, with every exhale, imagine yourself twisting slightly more to the right. Even if you can't actually move anymore, just imagine it. And you'll feel it even more deeply. You'll feel even more connected. One more breath in. On an exhale, come back to center. And then make your way slowly and carefully to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Nice flat back, nice long neutral neck. Make sure that you're pulling your belly button towards your spine. Pull it up and in. Nice, strong core. Even though we're not doing any movement and this seems like a fairly easy posture, We're going to be very activated, pressing away with the mat with our fingertips, pressing into our shins and our knees and the tops of our feet. Keeping that nice tall back spine, core activated. One more breath in here and just still tabletop. On an exhale, bring your right shoulder towards your right hip. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, left shoulder towards left hip. Inhale, center. Take a few more of these kind of side to side cat-cows in your own breath. Moving as you need to feel good. And tuning into yourself. On your next inhale, come back to center. Find that nice strong tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, curl those toes. Lift those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal those heels, lifting one, then the other as you bend the knees generously, walking your dog. First downward dog of the practice. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling very tight, so I am going to take my time in this nice, juicy downward dog walk. And then we'll all find stillness for a moment, keeping your neck neutral so you can kind of look between your thumbs. Inhale, raise that right foot up to the sky. Exhale as many steps as you need to get there. Bring that right foot between your hands. We're going to spin our left heel towards the back right corner of the mat, planting that foot, bending into that right knee, turning our hips forward, raising our arms up. Warrior one. Nice, strong, open posture, giving us hope for everything that is coming with this new moon, that beautiful sort of childlike, innocent hope of Pisces, welcoming everything to come in joyful anticipation. One more breath in here. On an exhale, we're going to take our left hand, reach it down the back of that left thigh. Right arm comes up and back overhead, and we look back toward that left foot. Reverse warrior. A nice side body stretch for that right side. Nice strong posture. One more breath in here. On an exhale, bring that right forearm to your right thigh, keeping a nice tall spine. Left arm comes up and overhead at a diagonal. Extended side angle. Stretching out the left side body now. Opening ourselves up so we can tune in and make space for all the new. Breathing deep. One more breath in here. On an exhale, turn towards your right foot. Plant one hand on one side and the other hand on the other side of your foot. And either step right back to downward dog or step your right foot back to meet the left in high plank. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Press on up to upward facing dog. And then lift those hips all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset your spine, reset your feet, reset your breath here in this downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot meets the sky. Exhale as many steps as you need to get there. Left foot between the hands. Your right foot The right heel is going to plant towards the back left corner of the mat this time, foot firmly on the mat, bending generously into that left knee, keeping your hips towards the front. Raise those arms to the sky. Warrior one. Breathing deep, finding your strength. One more breath in here. On an exhale, right hand comes down our right thigh, left arm comes back and overhead as we tilt towards the back. Reverse warrior. One more breath in here. On an exhale, our left forearm is going to come to rest on our left thigh. Right arm comes up at a diagonal overhead, extended side angle. Keep a nice lifted spine. Don't dump into that shoulder. Press on up and away. Breathe deep. One more breath in here. On an exhale, plant your hands either side of the foot and either step right back to downward dog or left foot meets the right. High plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Press on up to upward facing dog. And then we all meet in downward facing dog. From here, we're going to slowly walk our feet towards our hands. Take as many steps as you would like. Enjoy the journey towards our hands. And when you get there, then grab opposite elbows. Hang your head. Keep a nice little bend in your knees so you don't walk out. Maybe sway from side to side here in ragdoll. Connecting to ourselves. Releasing the back body. All while breathing deeply. On your next exhale, lower those hands back to the mat. Just have your fingertips graze the mat. They don't need to be pressing in at all. And we're going to slowly as you possibly can, like you're moving through molasses or mud, lift up tall through the spine. Coming up to Tadasana, mountain pose, a nice tall standing posture. Bring those shoulders back and down, opening through that chest, lifting the head as you press your feet into the mat, opening those palms out to the side. Tuning in here, mountain pose, coming into ourselves. I feel like when we talk about connecting deeply spiritually, I feel like mountain pose is really the most connected posture. I feel like you can really open your heart, hear your breath, and just be in your body in this pose. One more breath here in stillness. On your next exhale, we're going to take our left foot and step it behind and over to the right, kind of up on your toes, on like a little diagonal. Left arm's going to come up overhead. Right hand is going to grab the left wrist and pull that left hand over to the right side in this sort of crescent moon standing stretch. Nice side body opener for the left side. Breathe deep. One more breath in. On an exhale, come back through mountain, and then step your right foot back at the diagonal. Come up on those toes, and the right foot back to the left side. Arms overhead, left hand grabs the right wrist this time and pulls the right hand to the left side. Lots of directional cues there. I apologize for messing them up and making that more confusing. But breathe deep. Side body stretch for the right side in this crescent moon shape. One more breath in. On an exhale, come back to center in mountain pose. Make sure you find your feet firmly planted now. And when you're ready, shift your weight into all four corners of that right foot. When you feel yourself firmly planted in that right foot, lift that left knee. Shin or the thigh parallel to the ceiling. And bring your right hand to the outer left part of that knee as we did in our twist before. Now maybe you want to stay here in one-legged mountain, or maybe you want to open your left arm up behind you, and maybe turn your gaze to that left wall in a one-legged mountain twist. Find a focal point so you don't lose your balance, but if you do, your yoga mat will catch you. No worries. One more breath in here. On an exhale, if you were opened up, slowly come back to center. And then we're going to cross that left thigh on top of the right. And if possible, wrap that foot around a second time. Now our left arm is going to come underneath our right, and maybe you're going to bring the backs of your palms together. Or maybe you wrap again and bring hands together, and then sit low. Eagle pose. Strong balance, very inwardly connected pose. Creating space spiritually for ourselves with the energy of Pisces. One more breath in here. On an exhale, slowly unwind. Maybe you want to take a nice sun salutation stretch with your arms. Reset, breathe. Balancing postures can be very challenging, even if they seem very simple, especially when you combine them like that. I always find that fun though. Challenge your balance, challenge yourself. Lord knows I fall out of it many times. If you've been with me for any period of time, you've watched me fall out of balance poses pretty quickly, very often. So if you do that, no worries. It's called a yoga practice. It is not called a yoga perfect. And I am far from perfect. So you've come to the right place. When you're ready, shift your weight into that left foot, pressing into all four corners of the left foot. When you feel nice and strong and ready, lift that right knee so that the thigh is parallel to the ceiling. Take your left hand, bring it to hold the knee, grasping at the outside of the right thigh. If you want to challenge your balance even more, bring that right arm behind you, opening it up, and maybe shift your gaze to that right wall. Find a focal point, a drishti, a point of focus to help you maintain your balance. Tune into your breath. Be steady. And if you fall, your mat will catch you. We are here for you. One more breath in here. If you're opened up, slowly come back to center. And then cross that right thigh on top of the left. Maybe you just cross the once, or maybe you wrap that foot around the left shin. Once again. Right arm comes underneath the left, crossing. And maybe you just bring the backs of the palms together. Or maybe you wrap again, bringing the palms of your hands together. Sit low. Eagle pose. Tuning in, connecting, breathing. One more breath in here. On an exhale, as gracefully as you can, open yourself up. Maybe you want to wiggle those legs out, shake them out. Maybe you want to just take a nice full body stretch. Maybe you just want to take a moment to catch your breath. When you're ready, we're going to step our feet out wide. Toes pointed outward, heels coming inward. We're going to cactus our arms like a big giant goalpost. And when you're ready, inhale deep, open that chest. And exhale, sink into those knees, into those hips. Opening our legs up to mirror those arms here in goddess pose. Breathing deep, connecting to that yin energy, that feminine energy of our bodies, which allows that spiritual pathway to light up. One more breath in here. We're going to keep our legs as they are, but we're going to bring our hands to our knees. Opening those knees up with our hands. And then we're going to bring our right shoulder down, looking over to the left wall. Nice little stretch for our inner thighs and for our shoulders, upper back. Breathe deep. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder comes down. Look to the right. Stretching, releasing, opening ourselves up. One more breath in here. On an exhale, come back to center. Straighten those legs with a soft bend and bring your hands to the floor. You might want to bring your toes pointed towards the front, but release through the back body in a nice wide-legged forward fold. With every exhale, find something else to let go of so that you can create additional space to really tune in to that authentic self. Remembering that tidal breath we did earlier, riding the waves of intensity and stretches, riding the waves of our breath. And with every exhale, release. Release emotionally, release spiritually, release mental clutter, release physically, release in every way. Let go. One more breath in here. On an exhale, we're going to make our way to seated on our bum. Keep your knees bent. Maybe come up on those toes so that you just have light weight on those front feet. We're going to do a nice little boat pose challenge, a nice little core strength challenge. I figure Pisces is a water sign. Let's ride that water sign with the boat real quick before we fully wind down our practice. When you're ready, if you're ready, bring those shins parallel to the ceiling. And if you want, you can keep holding the back of those thighs. Make sure that your shoulders are back and down, your chest is nice and open. Maybe you wish to release one hand and then the other in front of you. And then if you opened your arms up and let go, release your arms so that they are forward. We're going to inhale, arms ahead. Exhale, bring that left arm behind, turn to the left side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, opening through the right this time, looking to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale. Drop those legs. Now you're going to want to plant those feet on the mat, keeping those knees nice and bent. Scooching that bum down towards your heels, as close or as far away as you feel comfortable. And coming to lie down on your back. Pull those shoulder blades together, back and down, opening through that chest. Keeping those palms down at the sides. When you're ready, inhale, lift those hips to the sky. And bridge pose. Kind of releasing through that back body in a different way. Releasing the tightness that might be in our glutes. Storing those emotions. We can tune into that emotional energy of Pisces when we release those emotions that we have pent up in there. One more breath in. On an exhale, slowly lower. Vertebrae by vertebrae till your hips meet the mat. We're going to bring one leg down to the bottom of the mat and then the other. And we're going to come up off the chest. We're going to make little L's with our arms so that our fingers are pointed towards our hips, our shoulder blades. Our elbows are underneath our shoulders, propping our chest up. And if it is comfortable for your neck, tilt your head back here in fish pose, opening through that chest, opening our heart. The sigil of Pisces is two fish entwined, and we are becoming the fish in this posture. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly, carefully come back up so you don't hurt your neck or make yourself too dizzy. And when you're ready, come back to lying on your back. And we're going to bend our right knee pointed out, sole of our right foot pointed to the left side of our mat. And then bring the left sole of the foot to meet the right, pointing that left knee out to the left side, creating a diamond shape with our legs. Here in reclined cobbler's pose. Once again, opening through those hips, releasing the stored emotions there, allowing ourselves to tune in and open up to all the new possibilities that the new moon has for us. With every exhale, let go, release, tune in. Now you are welcome to take your Shavasana here in this reclined butterfly pose. Or if you're ready to let go of the pose, slowly bring your right foot down to the bottom of the mat, and then the left. Center those hips, pull those shoulder blades back and down, and find your version of Shavasana. Arrive here. Maybe you'd like to have a soft gaze. Maybe you would like to close those eyes just for a few moments as I take you through the meditation for the new moon. Today's meditation, we're going to breathe our dreams into reality. We're going to use our powerful breath for manifestation of our very own dream. If you feel safe, gently close your eyes and come into your own inner world, coming right down. You are a powerful attractor of anything you want in your life. Your system is so powerful, capable of adaptations, abundance, freedom. All of these elements are built into your very own body. This is especially seen with our breath. Notice this phenomenon. Notice how it's abundant on the inhale. Notice how it lets go of everything that does not serve the body on the exhale. This is the ultimate embrace and release. Be aware of your inhale, the sensations it offers your lungs. Are you breathing deeply? Deepen it if you wish, but you do not need to. Now become aware of your exhale, the way the breath lets it all go. It is the ultimate release. The breath trusts the universe. It trusts the environment around you. As you notice the whole breath, imagine that the dream that you've always wanted has come true. Bring up a scenario that represents you achieving this dream. Breathe into this dream. Allow the scene to become vibrant, real. The breath enhances your dream. With every inhale, every scene becomes more realistic. And with every exhale, any doubts or worries are released. Step into the scene. You are it now. What are you feeling right now? Are you exhilarated? Ecstatic? Happy? Breathe into this feeling if you are. Maybe you're feeling excited. That's a wonderful moment for you. Breathe into the happiness, the excitement, whatever you're feeling. Breathe into it. Feel what it means for you to have achieved this now. Seeing the dream as if it's right in front of you. The breath is always abundant, the ultimate magician, even turning the most polluted air into vital oxygen for yourself. The breath turns your dreams into reality, in with abundance, and out with any fears or doubts. In and out. In and out. Now notice behind you, there are shackles and rocks. These objects represent the obstacles and setbacks that you came through to make this dream a reality. With every exhale, these setbacks, obstacles, and doubts are blown away. It becomes so easy to blow away these apparently heavy objects. Weight is no match for the power of the breath and the power of love. Basking in all these very exciting opportunities that come from you achieving your dreams, ask yourself now, what can I do now that I have achieved this? What are the positive consequences for having achieved this? Breathe into how you're feeling. Breathing it all in, intensifying it all. A person you deeply trust comes up to you. They say to you that they are so proud of you. Breathe in how you're feeling. Intensify it. Remember that the breath is the ultimate magician. Your dreams have become a reality. Now just take 3 deep breaths within this scene, taking it all in. Breathing in through the nose, abundance. Out through the mouth, deep breath. Rocks and shackles away. In through the nose. Excitement in. Out through the mouth. Fear out. Big deep breath in. Your dreams have come true. Deep breath out, releasing any last doubts. Now just release this scene and trust in the universe. Trust in your own power, like the breath trusts the universe with the air being blown out of the lungs. It trusts it will come back renewed, refreshed, and abundant. You've got this. Listen to me when I say that. If you have nobody else telling you that right now, just listen to me. Appreciate yourself for how far you've already come. I am proud of you. Take one more breath, holding in this meditation. Exhale, release, close the meditation, and slowly allow yourself to wake back up, coming back, slowly opening those eyes, gently bringing movement into your body. When you're ready, open your eyes. Notice that maybe you are different than before. A sense of energy and excitement linger. You are a magician who has once again learned to use their wand. Now carry the journey forward with this new moon, with the excitement of that abundance for this pathway ahead. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice for the new moon in Pisces. I can't wait to join you for the first quarter moon as we enter Aquarius season. No, not Aquarius. I apologize. That was the previous. We're going to Aries. I just had a little bit of a brain fart there. We are going to be entering Aries. We're going to be entering the zodiac new year very soon. And so I am looking forward to practicing the first quarter moon for Aries season with you. But it is always my honor, and I'm humbled every time to have you join me. And from my heart to yours, namaste.